Maximize Your Wealth Now TV. So we have a new show, and we featured Iris Stallworth-Grayling, and she's on the panel today, so you get a chance to ask her questions as well as our other summit speakers, and I'm really excited. So I want you to know that all you have to do is enter into the chat whatever it is you want to ask them, and they answer you live right here this morning. So we're, as I said, very, very excited. I want to quickly introduce those who are on the panel today. If you don't know them already from their 30-minute interview, and give them an opportunity to revitalize in your mind what it is that they're doing. So let's go ahead and get started. Maya, we're going to start with you this morning. Are you ready?
I sure am, Iris. I mean, Shirlene.
All right, Maya, go ahead.
I'm mixed up. I'm ready, though.
Okay, go right ahead.
I'm Sumaya O'Grady, and I'm a soul alchemist. And I love working with speakers and leaders who have a big mission that's being called by their heart to deliver a message to the world. And I support them by helping them connect deeply to their soul for the well springs of confidence that will support them through all that they have to do to remain visible.
Sumaya, would you do me a favor and just tell everybody, you know, what you've gained from being on the summit?
Well, this was such a powerful experience. For one thing, I got to know this great group of colleagues better as we've all gone through this experience. We've had a lot of challenges and laughs. And it also really helped me get better at talking about what I do. I got so many great questions on the YouTube video, and it was just exciting to see what people were asking, and it gave me an opportunity to really share from my heart with more clarity about what I do.
And that depth has really helped, right, with relating to others?
Yes, yes. It called more, I have the depth, but speaking about it in a way that's very clear to people who aren't really familiar with my work, it's been so helpful to have an opportunity to do that again and again.
Wonderful, Sumaya. Now, everybody, we are going to move to Mary Knipple, but if you have a question for Sumaya, please enter it in, and I will relay it to her and then get your question answered. Thank you so much, Sumaya. Okay, Mary, you are up.
Hi, Shirlene. I'm so excited to be here. I'm Mary Knipple, the writer Unleashed and the founder of YourWritingMentor.com. I support women to embody their message and to leverage their impact through writing. And being part of the summit has helped me really clarify the language that I use so that I can connect with who is out there that is struggling with not knowing what to say and how to connect with the people who need them. And being on the summit has really affirmed the global platform and being able to reach the world and with what I have to offer and to be able to help those who are seeking ways to connect with the world.
And Mary, that's awesome. So tell me, what is your, and Sumaya, I'm going to go back to you on this, what is your favorite question that everybody asked you?
My favorite question is, we were focusing on how to talk about your business without talking about your business. And the fact that you are in this business, you know your why. But when someone said, I don't know what exactly I should be saying and how do I say it. And so when I shared with them that there was something that happened to make them so passionate about what they're doing. As an example, writing about yourself and how people get to know, like, and trust you. If you share something personal, like a salesperson who had been in sales since she was a little girl, convincing her next door neighbor that she could babysit a newborn at 8 years old. She had always been in sales, and that's an example of a personal story that has universal appeal, because that shows that she was in sales her entire life, and she knew how to make connections.
Awesome. That's wonderful, Mary. And do me a quick favor and tell me what your prize is that you're offering for today.
So my bonus prize is an MP3 that helps you cut through the chatter that's going on in your head and really speak to your ideal client, to find the language that is going to transform the readers into clients and customers.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. And Sumaya, I'm going to go back to you because I'd like to ask you your favorite question that somebody asked you and what your prize is that you're offering for today.
Sure. I had so many favorite questions. One person, I've talked a lot about thought gremlins. And, you know, these thoughts and feelings that run around in our heads and make us crazy and sap our confidence and can really stop you. And what I shared about was that if you have a really big mission, as you step in more deeply, the thought gremlins start multiplying. And so someone asked me about that, and she said, well, what do you do when that happens? So, you know, one of the biggest learnings that I want to share with everybody is that even though these thoughts and feelings are so compelling, they're not real. They're only real if you believe they are. And so if you hold on to that thought and then instead go to your divine connection, however you do that, if you meditate or if you go weed in the garden and it empties out your head, whatever you need to do to connect more deeply to your higher self, your soul, to God, that's the voice you want to listen to. And when you balance that out with these silly bugs that run around in your head, there's just no contest between the two. It's a spiritual practice. It takes a while to do this, and it's a thing that's so worth doing.
And Sumaya, does the prize that you're offering today support us in those gremlin thoughts?
Oh, it absolutely does. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Nothing I like better than getting rid of the gremlins in my head.
It's a very different approach than most people would imagine, but my prize is called the Taste of Soul Care for Divine Messengers, and it gives you a taste test, my program, my bigger program. And in that, people, you experience a very powerful connection with your higher self, with God, and it just takes you very deep within yourself and activates your own powerful essence. And it'll help you enhance your stage presence. You'll feel stronger, more confident, and you'll tap into a level of divine strength and power that's really based on self-worth.
Okay. So it's really good for speakers then that want to get up on stages and have all that fear running around in their heads, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It raises your vibration and takes you into a whole other level of yourself and keeps you there instead of listening to the other stuff.
So if any of you have questions for Sumaya on those little gremlins that are running around in your head possibly, I don't know, some of us may not have that, but I've never talked to anybody who didn't have second thoughts in their mind about really stepping up. I know that many of us on this panel had a lot of second thoughts as we were going through the summit because we really stretched and learned a lot, right, Sumaya?
Absolutely.
Yes.
This was a powerful learning experience.
Yes, it has been. For all of us, not only all of you, but me too. And I think we've all learned a great deal, and we've all come out with programs and a great presence and massive visibility, right? And you're about to step on the TV set, so that's going to be so exciting for you to share about those gremlins on the TV.
Yes,
and
I'm
people
a great.
know that you have the answer to that challenge. So great job, Sumaya. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, Mary, I want to go back to you briefly. Mary, you know, what is it you're focusing on, really focusing in on helping people with, or supporting, I should say, people with?
Supporting people to know the story that has really colored their message, and to pull out the words so that they have the language and the strength of that language to really connect with who they're here to connect with. Because there are a lot of stories, as we will all attest to, that have impacted how we live our life. But there's something that really colors who we are and who we are here to serve. And so I use my 30 years as a journalist to have the conversations with people to pull out those stories and give them the ability to have the confidence and the clarity of knowing their story and that they matter and their story matters.
And I would just like to say that our listeners or our viewers, if you want to write a book or you want to start writing a blog and you want to know how to get it published, Mary's very well connected to the San Francisco Writers Association. Is it an association?
Conference. The Writers Conference, San Francisco Writers Conference.
Yes.
And other writing groups here in the Bay Area. Yes.
And she can hook you up and get those answers for you if you want to publish your story or publish your book, because I've been involved with Mary and that San Francisco Writers Conference, and it's just phenomenal. So if you have an opportunity to connect with her, she's got her website right there. Go ahead and connect with her directly if you're ready to write your story. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
And Lori, we'll move on to you now. Lori, hi, welcome to the show. Share with us about you.
Well, my name's Lori Lockyer. I'm a nutritional biochemist, and I work with women over the age of 40 to help them make sense of their changing body. So many women are frustrated with really understanding what's going on with hormones and why they're gaining weight all of a sudden when it wasn't there before, and how to lose it, because losing weight after 40 is much different. And so it is such a fun group of women to work with, and I love being able to share my knowledge with them.
Now, when you say it's much different, Lori, give us just a little tip about what that means, and then share your favorite question.
Well, what was so interesting was while the summit was going on, I was writing my book, 12 Steps to Naturally Balancing Hormones. And you have to balance your hormones or you cannot lose weight. So there's two things after the age of 40. It's being healthy on the inside and also balancing your hormones, which is, you know, you can't explain in one or two sentences. But the questions that came up from the summit, so many were regarding that. And so I finished my book. I have it on the website as a free download, and I just really want to encourage women to take the time to look at how they can just make little tweaks in their lifestyle, get better sleep, have more energy, feel great, you know, lose weight if that's what they want to do. But once you understand what is really going on with your body, it's not difficult. And it's really been fun to really hear the questions, because so many people ask about essential oils, and so I put more of my essential oil tips in my book from looking at all the questions that came up from the interview that were posted on YouTube.
Awesome. That's phenomenal. And your book is your prize for today, right?
It is. So people can go to lorilockyer.com, look for 12 Steps to Naturally Balancing Hormones, and download it from there.
Awesome, awesome. So I just want you to know that Each and every one of these women are celebrity guest experts. They have been with me for about 9 months because we launched the summit in 9 months, and we launched it on the 9th, and we have 9 of us on the summit. And that the reason for that, I'm going to let Claire share with you when we get to her. But these women have worked very, very hard, very diligently, and they present themselves beautifully. And it takes time to learn that. They have to learn how to talk to their perfect clients. They have to know how to show up on Google Hangout, how to become a celebrity guest expert, how to look the part, and how to actually step into that part. And that's what they've been going through for the past 9 months. And I'm just really excited about everything that's happening for each one of them. So thank you, Lori. I appreciate your feedback on that. And as I said to the audience, you know, if you have questions this morning, this is your opportunity to talk to our celebrity guest experts directly and get your questions answered, or you can always write down their web address and go there and ask them a question there. So let's move on. Thank you, Lori. Iris, Empress Iris is up next. And Empress Iris, we just featured on Maximize Your Wealth Now TV. She did a phenomenal job. And you can go and see what she's really all about. And you just get a piece of it today. So Empress, welcome to the show.
Oh, delighted to be here with you and everyone else. Thank you, Shirlene.
And we're always delighted to have you. Share with us who you are in case people haven't had a chance to see your video or the TV show. And then share with us, you know, what it is, what your question is that everybody asked you or that you really like the most that you would like to share with our audience today.
Oh, I'd be happy to. So, are you a visionary with a mission? A caregiver, teacher, or firefighter? You serve from the heart. And I am Empress Iris, and I am delighted to empower you as you share your meaningful work out in the world. Based on 39 years of supporting hundreds of clients to fully claim their joy and power, I created a powerful, powerful system of mindset and lifestyle shifts deepened by spirit. So tune into your joy and open channels to divine guidance.
Beautiful, Iris. You know, and that's what I really love about you, is that you're bringing a message that most people have never heard before. And those who really want to connect in with the divine, you need to have joy. And Iris shows you how to do that. And it's so important because guidance from the divine, or spirit as I call it, is very, very important. It will change your life. And many of you know that I moved to San Diego just because that was what spirit asked me to do. And it has totally transformed my life. It changed everything in my career and added balance because I get to be with my wonderful grandchildren. And I got a LinkedIn comment on the TV show that said, you know, I want to be on the show, but Spirit told me to move to Boston. I was in California, and I have no idea why I'm here yet. So I just want all of you to know that it's not only me that picks up and moves completely. The others do it too. And so, Iris, you know, your message is so powerful, and it comes across so powerful on the show. I just absolutely love your message on the show, and I've gotten so much positive feedback. What would you say is I would say the leading question that you get, or the most important question that you've been asked?
You know, I got so many wonderful questions that really illuminated for me how I could articulate even more clearly how joy is so seminal to having a fulfilled life. And what I discovered is that there might be a misconception about joy. I think there might be an idea that joy is just pleasure. Now, joy is pleasurable, but as Deepak Chopra says, joy is far beyond frivolous fun because pleasure is fleeting and it's dependent on external circumstances, like an ice cream cone, or getting validation from others, where joy comes from deep within. And joy is a gift from God that does open more and more channels to divine guidance. So then you get a continuous stream of support and nurturance. And so what I really have enjoyed sharing is that joy is playful, and I love play. It's wonderful. But it also can include inner peace. That's another vibration of joy, connecting to finding that quiet place within. And as Sumaya suggested, there's many ways to really go into that meditative place. So that's one vibration. Another vibration of joy is love. Love. And so when you have a life that is full of these three vibrations and balance these three vibrations of inner peace, love, and play, you are unstoppable. So this is what I'm thrilled and I'm delighted to share the incredible power of this magnificent gift.
Thank you, Iris. And I just wanted to say to our audience, and I hope this is okay with you, we're going to run over a little bit today because I want to make sure that you really have an opportunity to listen to each one of these women. And I hope all of you on the panel will be okay. But I want to make sure that you have an opportunity to really express what it is that you're doing with others, because this is the summit finale, and it's a really important time for them to give you their final wrap-up and their final thoughts so that you can work with them. And even if you don't have a question today, that's okay. Please reach out to them, and I know they would love to chat with you and share with you what they're doing so that you can move forward and make big steps in your life. And let's move to Dot Claire. Hi, Dot.
Great to be here.
Women.
Well, okay, we're here. It's great to be
here. Yes, we are. So go ahead and talk a little bit about you and why you call yourself the modern day medicine woman.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel like I have a mission to support women who have gone through some really major struggles around losses around marriage, divorce, maybe job losses, and to help them get unstuck. And so I guide many of my clients through that process with sacred ritual many times, as well as the ritual of tidying up their home. And it helps them to move forward and come to a place of peace and acceptance within themselves so that they can live the life that they really want to live. And I have 35 years experience as an intuitive healer, nurse, shaman, and an author. And I love to share with women. I love the aha that I experience when women awaken. And that just makes my heart sing.
Awesome, awesome. And Dot, what would you say was the major question that you were asked? You had so many comments, and Dot is amazing. I've worked with her personally myself, and she really, really can give you some insight on your personal challenges and help you step through that ring of change. I was talking to someone yesterday that had lost her job and she was having so much difficulty, and I said, I've got a perfect person who loves to support others in change, and she certainly had a lot of change in her own life, right, Dot?
Well, that's for sure. I've done the gamut. And it continues because change is. It's the only thing that we absolutely know is true. Nothing remains the same. So I had a lot of different comments, and one of them that strikes me the most is someone asked me, or a number of people asked me about how do you get through fear? You know, what advice would you give to someone who is stuck in that place of overwhelm and fear and, you know, basically is unable to move forward? And I looked at a number of things that I do that are in my medicine bag. And one of the things that I first said is first acknowledging that anxiety and that fear, because it's just a resistance to move forward. It's a resistance to change, basically. Mm-hmm. And so as we acknowledge that, and also acknowledge that we're feeling a little overwhelmed with it, and we don't have any power around it at that particular moment. So I support them in what was or is right now so that they can move forward to what they want to be. So creating an intention is really important. Well, what do I want changed? How would I like my life to really look? And then, you know, one of the tips that I often suggest is, which is kind of nonsensical in many ways, is that they begin to clear out stuff in their bedroom. Their space, and that they be willing to at least let go of 3 items. I really encourage more, but 3 items that are from the past that no longer serve them, no longer who they are, and it could be a piece of art on the walls. You know, maybe the art was something that they did when they were in their process of healing, or maybe it's art or pictures that are parents that aren't happy. And so I suggest that they not necessarily throw away pictures, but take them down and find somebody else that would really appreciate maybe the art, because it's no longer who they are, so that they can become then who they want to be. And so that's a process of letting go and getting unstuck. Endears themselves, because it teaches them the ability to let go.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Dot. You're right. So, Dot, you have a prize for today. Would you like to share a little bit about your prize?
Yes, I'm offering, I'm an author, and the book that I have authored is Authentic Alignment, and my particular chapter is No to Yes, Dare to Be Real. And in that, one of my pillars of manifestation is about fear. And what I say, embrace fear and pray about it, and you become courageous.
So beautiful.
That we're shifting fear to courage as we begin to change.
Perfect. That's so perfect, Dot. Thank you for offering that to our viewers, because it's so wonderful to try and overcome change. Oh, it's really hard. And we know that's the one thing that's guaranteed in our life. Thank you, Dot. And now I'd like to introduce to you Debbie Hoffman, who is our follow-up expert. And she and I have a lot in common, because I talk about Compel, Don't Sell, and she's all about follow-up. So, Debbie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's so wonderful to be here.
We're delighted to have you. So share with us a little bit about who you are, and then what your favorite question is that people asked you when you were on the summit.
Right. Well, I'm Debbie Hoffman. I'm a follow-up coach, a speaker, and creator of Power Up Your Follow-Up. So I work with entrepreneurs and small business owners who are really struggling following up in their business, and they're not getting the clients that they want, and they're not growing their business. Shirlene, so many entrepreneurs out there are leaving so much money on the table due to poor follow-up skills or an ineffective follow-up system, or probably both. So I help them, I coach them to create a step-by-step follow-up blueprint to convert more of their contacts into valued clients, share their gifts, get their message out in a big way, and make the impact, the huge impact that they're looking to make on the world, and generate more income for their business, to create more abundance in their lives. This is the missing piece of the puzzle for so many entrepreneurs. They're just not following up, and it breaks my heart. So that's why I'm so passionate about doing this, and I'm on a huge mission to make a difference out there with entrepreneurs.
Now, Debbie, I know that you are just phenomenal when it comes to follow-up, and you've helped a lot of people. And, you know, I have to tell you personally, she's helped me because I don't have those cards all over my desk anymore.
Yay!
And I'm just swimming in them. So when Debbie came into my life, I was like, you know, she's finally saving me with one of the biggest pains I have, because I don't know about all of you, but, you know, every time we sit down at our desk, if we have a ton of cards on it, I don't even want to sit down because I know that I'm lost in the whole thing. And so Debbie was able to help me with that and really make a big change in my feeling about sitting at my desk and not having a complete mess, and knowing in my mind that I hadn't followed up with all of those people. And Debbie has the answer for that. So even if you haven't followed up for a really long time, she can certainly share with you how to overcome that. So Debbie, share with us about your favorite question that people ask.
I will. I just had a quick aha here I want to share. This totally relates to what Dot was just saying. There's an energetic stuckness that happens when you have all these cards sitting on your desk. So you want to clear them out, right, Dot? You want to get going with them and move them off your desk and do something with them so that energy will flow better. So I just had to share that because it just kind of hit me as Dot was sharing. So one of the questions I hear over and over and over again, and it came up on the summit, is what you know, I feel like I'm being pushy when I follow up with people. I don't want to be a nag. You know, how long should I continue following up with people? When should I stop? These are questions that are all kind of the same question asked in a different way. And it's really the stories and the limiting beliefs that we've heard about today that Sumaya helps people deal with that stops people because they think they're being pushy. And they're not. And what I coach people on is that follow-up is all about building relationships. And when you have a powerful follow-up system in place and you know what you're going to do step by step by step, you're going to be more consistently in touch with your contacts, and you're going to create deeper connections. And that trust, the relationship, the bond, the connection will develop over time. And it only happens through follow-up and through consistently being in touch with people. And so people appreciate it when you follow up with them. They love it when you follow up with them. It shows that you care about them, that you're being professional, and that you really mean business. This is not a hobby. This is really your business. So that's something that's kind of a myth and a limiting belief that I want to bust in people's heads, just to stop it and to know that they are making a difference and they are helping people as they follow up.
Awesome. That's wonderful, Debbie. So tell us about the prize that you are offering today.
I am offering a test drive of my overall 5-week teleseminar series, Power Up Your Follow-Up. So your listener, whoever the lucky listener is, will get to experience the first 2 modules of my 5-module program. And they're going to learn about these limiting beliefs and what comes up and what you can do to overcome them. You'll learn a lot about the statistics of follow-up, what it really takes, and people really have ahas around that. We go into networking and how to network more effectively and how to follow up from those events when you meet people, and also how to set up your systems around follow-up, your technology, your customer relationship management system, the CRM, and then what to do with it. And your listener will also receive a free bonus coaching call, a 90-minute coaching call with a group where they can get laser coaching on any challenges that they're having with follow-up. So it's a way to take a test, drive, and experience my program.
Wonderful. That's awesome, Debbie. Thank you for that. And that's a beautiful offer, too. Very full and impactful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dot, I want to go back to you because you didn't say anything about the number 9.
Well, Shirlene, in the Eastern system that I work with, number 9 is a really powerful number. It's completions and new beginnings. And so It's used for the dates that we decide to have our events on, maybe, and it can be used for empowering ourselves, because 3 times 3 equals 9, or 9 times 3 equals 27. And so those are powerful numbers. And so having 9 people on our panel was an uplifting way to begin new things.
Thank you, Dot. Thank you, thank you. And you'll get to see more of Dot on Maximize Your Wealth Now TV. And she is coming down to San Diego, to sunny San Diego, for her interview. And we can't wait to have her. Barbara Wainwright and I are really looking forward to interviewing her. So thank you, Dot. And let's move to Cynthia. Cynthia Scott, welcome to the show, my dear. Cynthia Stott's really amazing when it comes to putting programs together. I've worked with Cynthia a great deal. She's helped me tremendously on my programs. And she is such a gift when it comes to that. She uses her intuitive knowledge, and she has a very, very deep way of looking at things. And I love how she says your people are waiting for you. And so I want to introduce Cynthia and have her share her information, who she is. And Cynthia, tell us about your favorite question that you received on the summit. And Cynthia's lost a lot of weight, so she's hardly there in the frame anymore. Congratulations, sweetie.
Shirlene. Awesome. Love hiking my waterfall steps and drinking my delicious tea.
Exactly.
I'm Cynthia Stott, as Shirlene said, and I'm a global visibility expert. And it is my pleasure and my honor to work with experts, because that's really who I work with. Experts who can wallpaper the wall with all their certifications, have so many passions and deep trainings that many times they think, how do I start? I help you start. I meet you where you're at and help you start so you can share your legacy work with the world. And the questions, oh my gosh, they were such great questions. A lot of them about social media, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. Very, very exciting. The question that I got, the most juicy question I got, was about the person a speaker that I helped in the back of the room to go from $1,500 back of the room sales to $50,000 back of the room in one day. And the question I got was recently was, what kind of package did you put together for him? And many people think that you have to have a huge, expensive $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 package to make money. But I actually put together a $97 offer for him. And it was so juicy that the whole room was excited. And they rushed us, literally rushed us in the back of the room, throwing their credit cards at us. I was like, whose credit card is this and what do you want? And they did, of course, buy his membership programs, and some of them did deep, VIP work with him as well. But it really started with that $97 offer. And that's really the root of the win-win seven-figure blueprint program. It's about win-win, creating programs that work for you and your people and helping them to take a first step.
Wonderful, Cynthia. I love it. I love working with Cynthia. She was a big part of supporting all of us in putting this summit together, because we all have $97 programs. And it gives each of you a taste of what the bigger program is, so you can see if you like it or not. And that was her idea, and she supported all of us in completing that. So Cynthia, tell us what it is that you are offering as a prize today for everybody.
Right. Well, it's our win-win seven-figure blueprint mini course. So this is where you can see how, with a virtual program, you can serve people in a deep way and really bring your legacy work out into the world. And you can see that with one $497 program, with a $97 carve-out, as I call it, you can, with only 20 people a month, create a six-figure business. And with 3 levels of that, it's a seven-figure business. And it includes two modules where you can go deeper with the information. It also includes our twice monthly lab calls. I call them coaching lab calls, where you can come on and hear people getting coached about how to apply these principles in their business. And for the $97 mini course, you can come on once and get coached by me directly.
Perfect. And something else I want to say about Cynthia, I was in a call, and we were working on Facebook, and I was listening to how she was coaching this one individual who had a, you know, not everybody speaks English as well as everybody else, or understands English as well as everybody else, and she had such a huge amount of patience. I don't know that I could have had that much patience. I was just amazed, and I want to congratulate you on that, Cynthia. You did a beautiful job with her, and I was really impressed to see that you cared so much about your client and wanted to make sure that she did well. So good job on that.
Thank you, Shirlene. And you know, can I just share what this summit brought to me, and it relates to that as well?
I would love that.
So I love working with my clients on Facebook, and we even went into Twitter during this summit. So that, for me, it was a huge thing to bring me back to Twitter. I had Twitter followers. I'd had over 500 followers in 6 months. But I started doing Twitter for the summit, and on our Facebook club, we all were doing Twitter, and we were retweeting each other and creating all the social media buzz. And I got over 250 followers during this summit, and I was just like thrilled and so excited. And we went to the UK and Australia and all over the world, and it was so fabulous to be able to connect with people deeply. I got to one Toastmaster club in New Zealand, and they're retweeting me all the time now.
Wow. That's awesome.
I loved how we all worked together, too, in the Facebook club to really share each other's programs. And through the summit, we were also sharing each other's programs. We were advocating for each other and really had great collaboration and cooperation rather than competition. I just loved being at the summit, and all you amazing women.
Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you. And you know, she's absolutely right. We aren't here to compete with each other. We're here to support and collaborate with each other. That's what the whole idea was. And I think that we really did that. We worked as a team of 9 and brought this to the air. And now they all have a half-hour interview that they can use for anything that they need. And they all have their programs set up, too. So they're ready to rock and roll, and they already are, which is so exciting because I'm loving seeing the benefits of what they're receiving. So thank you, Cynthia. And now, last but certainly not least, is Carolyn C.J. Jones. She is known unbelievably on Facebook and LinkedIn too, right, C.J.?
Yes.
Yeah. And she has a huge following. And CJ, I just want to welcome you to the show and say what an honor it's been to work with you. You've just been so phenomenal. And CJ, as you can see by her, we call it the lower third, is a forgiveness expert. And she just does amazing work with people. And she's been through it all herself. So Cynthia, or excuse me, CJ, tell us about you a bit, and then we'll talk about your favorite question, and you know, include a little bit about what you got out of the summit and how it worked for you.
Yes, I'd love to. First of all, I'd like to say I'm thrilled to be here today. This whole experience has been very enlightening and empowering. I feel like we have collaborated and there hasn't been competition, and it just fills my heart with joy and peace to know that there are a group of women out there that I can interact with in the ways that we've interacted. So this has been a great experience. Thank you, Shirlene.
You're welcome. So tell us about the favorite question that you received, and respond to that question.
Yes. Actually, I had 2 of them, and the first one was, why should I bother forgiving someone and letting them think that what they did was okay? And my response to that is forgiveness does not mean that you are condoning what happened. Forgiveness is done only to free your own heart. Only to free your own heart. It has nothing to do with the other person. Nothing to do with the other person.
Perfect. So it's all within us, yes?
It's all within us, yes. It's all for our own benefit. And now I can't remember the second question.
Well, tell us about your prize, and maybe you'll think about the second question in the meantime.
Okay. Well, I'm actually the creator of the Change Your Story, Change Your Life programs. And so what I have is the Change Your Story, Change Your Life toe tester program, where you can dip your toe in the water to test the waters of my style and the content and your commitment. This is a 2-module program, and from it you will gain the foundation for all change to occur in your life. You'll work with willingness, surrender, and gratitude.
Awesome, CJ. Thank you so much for this. And did you think about the second thing you wanted to say?
No, I can't remember.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
It was a good one.
Shirlene?
Hang on one moment. CJ, did you have something else you wanted to say before I move on? And then Iris, I heard you.
Thank you.
No, I think that's good. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Sure. All right. Thank you, CJ. And let's have a word from Iris, and then I'm going to tell you how you can win these prizes.
Yes, I just want to briefly share about my prize. My prize is Seeds of Joy, and it's a way for you to connect more to your joy as a path to power. And just very briefly, you'll connect to divine guidance. It'll enhance your manifesting skills and energize your vitality and have more love, more joy, and more power.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much, Iris. So I just want to tell you, we're coming to the end, and those of you who have a question and would like to have, I've asked for questions, but if you would like one of these prizes, I'm going to run quickly through each one of you one more time. Just quickly talk about your prize. We've done that with you with Iris. Then if you write in here and ask that you can claim that prize, we will find out how to get that to you. So quickly, Sumaya. Sumaya has amazing techniques that I've experienced myself, and her gift is just as amazing as what I've experienced. So go ahead quickly, Sumaya.
Thank you, Shirlene. My prize includes very powerful divine strength and power healing. And it also includes a companion guide that helps you go deeper with what the healing is and how it works. And then you get a once-a-month group mentoring call with me. So all 3 elements are there, and then that'll give you a little taste test to see if you like that and you want to go deeper with it. I have a program that's larger than that. So it's called Taste of Soul Care or Divine Messages.
Perfect. Thank you, Sumaya. So as I said, even after the show is over, you can write in here, or you can go to souldeepconfidence.com and write into Sumaya. And I'm sure she'd be happy to offer the first person that gets to her prize. Thank you, Sumaya. And Mary, how about you?
Yes, I have an MP3 that's Unleash Your Voice. It's a way for you to identify your ideal client and find the language that you need to be using so that they can hear you.
Perfect. And as I said before, you've got Mary's right there, yourwritingmentor.com. Yourwritingmentor.com. If you write into her, I'm sure that she'll get that to you right away. Thank you, Mary. And Lori?
Mine is the 12 Steps to Naturally Balancing Your Hormones, and it's available at lorilockyer.com.
And Lori will also share her prize with you to the first person that writes into her. And just check on that last name. And her first name, too, because she's got 2 R's in there, LORRILOCKYER.com. Thank you, Lori. And Iris, we just did you. But I want to just give them a look. Her website is Joy Love Power. So you'll want to write into her as well. And I'm sure she'll be there waiting for you and more than happy to share what she's offering. Thank you, Iris.
Thank you.
And we have Dot Claire, our modern day medicine woman. If you want to write into her, it's Dot, C-L-A-I-R-E. Make sure you get that E on the end, .com. And Dot, what is it you are offering once more?
Well, I'm offering my book, and it's called Authentic Alignment. And in that book, you will receive the 9 pillars for manifesting your desire. And it will also help lead into a program that I'm offering that is a more personal program. So, yeah. So again, Dot is D-O-T, not a period, Claire, C-L-A-I-R-E.com.
And it is a softcover book, so she will actually send that book to you for your library. Thank you, Dot.
Thank you.
And Debbie, go ahead, Debbie.
Well, I'm offering my test drive program of Power Up Your Follow-Up. It's the first 2 modules of my 5-module program, so you're going to walk away with some great tools and things that you can implement right away to grow your business and get your follow-up back on track, or get it on track maybe for the first time. And you'll also receive a 90-minute coaching call with the group of folks where you can get some laser coaching. So you can go to powerupyourfollowup.com, and even better to email me at debbie@powerupyourfollowup.com, and the first person who sends in an email will receive this wonderful gift.
There you go. You said it all for me, Debbie. Thank you. And Cynthia, go ahead.
Great. So mine is a mini course, the Win-Win 7-Figure Blueprint mini course. It includes the module that you can see how, with one $497 program and only 20 people a month, you can create a 6-figure income. And with 3 levels of that, a 7-figure income. Also includes twice monthly coaching calls, and one of which where you can come on and get coached directly by me. You can get that at CynthiaStott, STOTT.com/7-figure blueprint.
Perfect. Thank you, Cynthia. I love it when you do my job for me. And CJ?
Yes, I have the Toe Tester program, which is 2 modules, a pre-recorded call, and a guidebook for 2 weeks in a row, and then you get twice a month a live coaching call with me. And that is available for the first person who writes in, or you could email me at carolinecjjones@yahoo.com. May I interject my second question? I did remember it.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. People are really concerned because they think forgiveness means that they have to forgive and forget. And what I'd like to say is when you go through forgiveness work with me, you end up being able to, you don't forget, but you remember with a softer heart.
Beautiful. Wow, that was awesome. Thank you, CJ.
Thank you.
And now I get to briefly share with you what my experience was and who I am. If you don't know already, I'm a show host and executive producer of Maximize Your Wealth Now TV. I'm the founder and creator of Compel Don't Sell and the Celebrity Guest Expert TV training. And I just had a marvelous time with all these very, very powerful women. If you reach out to any one of them, they will change your life. I promise you that. They're phenomenal, heart-centered, caring women that I've just had such an honor to work with, and I'm so grateful to be in a place where I could coach them and share my expertise with them. So my gift today is all about how to create a compelling free call that's one of the things that we do along the way on the summit. And Cynthia has also shared this information with how to do that. And so I put 4 modules together for you so that you can create your own compelling free calls. And then maybe you could join the Facebook club with us, and we can promote your free calls with you. So please look up Maximize Your Wealth Now TV. We also call it WMAX TV. You can opt into it on my website at maximizeyourwealthnow.com. And then maybe you might even want to become a celebrity guest expert and show up brightly on web TV. So thanks for joining us today. Please reach out to our speakers. They're really anxious to share with you and change your life like they changed mine. Until next time, see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.